Hello, my name's Robert Rose. Here I am in one of my favorite spots in my yard, the patio I built, with the injuries and the pain from my back and stuff. I don't get to get out here often anymore because of the VA opioid prescribing guidelines that has denied me all pain medications since December 29th, 2016. I mostly stay in the house, stay in bed, and whenever I do get out and about, it's usually to try and care for my disabled wife. But I wanted to take a moment today to share with you how appalling CBS News coverage is, the others as well. But I want to point out CBS News because the other day I went to WJHL Channel 11 here in Johnson City, Tennessee, a CBS affiliate, and I spoke to Rex Barber, the assistant news director, and he was very open. He was very inquisitive about what's going on with the lawsuit that I have filed against the Department of Veterans Affairs and Congressman Phil Rowe, who happens to chair the VA House Committee in Washington. Very inquisitive. He was very inquisitive about the falsified numbers, very inquisitive about where I got my data. In fact, he was so inquisitive, he wanted to do a story about the lawsuit and about that policy, and why I'm trying so desperately to get a injunction hearing in Greenville Federal Court with my lawsuit. Provided so much data, so much harm that's been done. So he wanted to do a story to educate people. Although he was or is the assistant news director, he had to get permission from his news director, Mr. Jay Quaintance. Now, when Mr. Quaintance came out and spoke with me, he was, I'm sorry, but he was obnoxious. He was rude. Everything I said, he took as a joke. For example, when Congressman Rowe orchestrated my being kidnapped over at Mountain Home VA Medical Center, July 3rd, 2017, I was surrounded by 3 police officers, Sergeant Ernest King and 2 unidentified officers. I mean, I was surrounded in my wheelchair. Sergeant King had searched me earlier, knew I did not have a weapon. We had reached agreement that I wouldn't be disruptive or disrespectful, but I would not be disruptive during the ceremony. And he came out, 40 minutes or so before the ceremony began, and him and the 2 officers forced me by their presence in my personal bubble, the threat of physical force in their actions, the tone of voice, to go into the police station. They did not place me under arrest. They did not read me my Miranda rights. And they detained me there for over 30 minutes and only released me after more threats was made that I would be arrested, carried down to Greenville Federal Detention Center and all this nonsense if I spoke. Not if I was disruptive, but if I opened my mouth. One of the comments that was kind of funny was Sergeant King told me that if I spoke while the congressman was speaking, I would be violating his First Amendment rights. Is that a hoot or what? But anyway, they did finally release me, and according to Mr. Quaintance, that was not kidnapping. Anytime a person is forced to go anywhere against their will, it's kidnapping. Look up the definition. But anyhow, as far as the falsified numbers from the CDC. He refused to listen to those. He wanted to go on and on about pill mills. Folks, those things have been shut down. Yes, that was a problem, but those things have been shut down. Look at the number of prescriptions. They have dropped steadily the last 10 years, while the deaths from fentanyl, illegal fentanyl, heroin, those deaths are the ones that are going up. But he did not want to listen, and in the end, he flat out refused to do a story about a Marine veteran suing the United States of America, about Congressman Rose and Mountain Homes VA's attorneys trying to silence me in federal court. Another clear violation of First Amendment rights that so many sacrifice for. But, like I say, it's appalling. You hear all this crap about some glorified stripper that's a has-been and washed up. You hear about all these Russian bots and crap. But they refuse to tell America the truth about what's happened to their sons and their daughters that they entrusted to the United States of government, to the United States of America. So, the truth needs to get out there, people. Veterans are dying in outrageous numbers, and they will not listen to our pleas of anguish. I've been waiting since April 23rd for a hearing on that injunction against the VA policy. How many people, how many veterans have died in that amount of time? How many more will die before I get that injunction? My prayers are for them. My prayers are for you, America. Take care. May God bless.